Just going to go over what's new in this release. To find the release notes, just in case you don't know, go to the Boozang homepage and go to the forum, and you will have a section here with all the releases under release notes. And you see here we do all the maintenance releases that we do 1 or 2 times a week. And then you also have the feature releases that we do maybe once every 2 weeks. And that's also where you'll have the new features documented. And sometimes I'll go back and do a feature video for some feature that might have been updated or just I wanted to highlight. So let's go over this release. This release is focused on usability. So what we noticed was that people that were, when we were using the tool a lot, we saw that we needed to put more features in, and we had like adding a lot more features, and it kind of created a UI that was a little bit crowded. So now we try to remove as much as unnecessary data as possible and did a few redesigns. So if we take a look at this tool, before when you created a module, there was a lot of unnecessary information to fill. So instead you just set the module name, and now you also have a help text that you can expand like this. This is also present in the new test dialog. So if you go in here and you press new test, you have a similar layout. One thing we did though inside the test, which is new, is that now in the address bar, you actually have a way to change both the environment that you're working on, the application URL here in the root URL, and set the page path. And also remember, we kind of hid this before, the reload page, if you should reload the page or not. So we put that here because we found that that's very important. So inside the test, we also redesigned the sub tabs. So now if you go inside the test setting, you have the parameter inside the basic info tab. But then also if you go into an action, you see now it's much cleaner. So what we've done is we have the main tab, we have the condition tab, and the pre and end script. So these are kind of, they have, more information if you want to put, for instance, a loop here or something like that. But here, inside the main tab, we now have simple icons for the switch flag, for timing, the timeout and delay, and also for the pop window. And you can also set the note. And the way that these menus expand, they just do it like this, and you just press anywhere to remove it. Another thing that we've done, we made this try with the temporary value more clear. So when you click on this, you can actually enter the data and try it out. So when you need to test, for instance, a validation with a lot of different data sets, you can do this using this window. And then very simply, we move down the screenshot here into the element path, which is where you take the screenshot. So we thought that would make more sense. And that also means that we have a few less sub tabs here, but we think it's a little easier to work with, especially if you're getting started with Boozang.